that into that. I call it the finish line. I need my hitters to get that front foot to the finish line. And the closer you start to the finish line, the easier it is to get to the finish line with that front foot and that front side. All right. Let's move over to my favorite part. That's timing. Also, going backwards, one more thing about timing is learning how to load up earlier. Most hitters will try to have the same timing of when they go back or when they load up. And sometimes the earlier or the sooner they load, well, all the time, it's going to give them more time to get to the ball. Now they're creating time. So as a hitter, the only time you're going to get is whatever time you create. So we create time by starting sooner, even if you got to wait longer. So if I got to be at the casino tonight at 7, and it's a 5-minute ride from my hotel, I cannot leave at 6:57 and expect to be on time. I have to leave earlier to be on time. Same thing. All right, let's talk about power. Power is my favorite topic. And one of the reasons why I like to talk about power so much is because it's fun, right? Isn't it? It's fun to see the home run ball, right? I know Coach Morrow talked about the short game, and that has its place. But there's also another part of the game too, the long game, the long ball, the jack, the bomb. I believe that because our bats are wonderfully made, weapons, composite technology, CNT technology, double wall, what is it? What are they? $299 or $359 retail. The fences are way too short. The pitchers are just not that good. No offense, Rachel. Pitchers is just not that good. They're just not. Because of all those factors, we should be hitting the ball a lot harder as a sport. It shouldn't be 1-0, 13 strikeouts, 0-0, 2-1. Whoever makes the most mistakes loses. You know, it should be whoever hits the ball wins. Let's talk about power. Okay. One of the first things I noticed is, because I do a lot of baseball and I also do a lot of softball, and I noticed that sometimes baseball players will be able to intuit this easier. If I had a hammer, if my bat was a hammer, and I just took the bat as a hammer and attempted to hammer the nail in, I would do it like this. That's how I would hammer that nail. Bang, 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 bang. I would never want to try to hammer a nail in like this. Everybody see the difference? Okay? When you go back to your teams, trust me, when you go back to your teams, look at how many hitters, and I guarantee you, if you have 9 hitters, 8 of them are doing this. Guaranteed. How many of your hitters have the knob of their bat pointing this way when they set up, or that way set up? And then go to a baseball game and watch 7-year-old little boys. You know where they're all going to be? Right there. So why do girls want to do this, and the boys do this? But if I watch a top 20 team, girls softball, a top 20 team, Stanford, Florida, Alabama, guess where those girls are? Every single one of them, 1 through 9. None of them are here. I guess that's why they're top 20. I guess that's why. If we're going to create true bat whip, there has to be, and you'll see it a lot in Major League Baseball. You see hitters do this, and they're loading those wrists up. You see top 20 teams, Arizona State, UCLA, you see them loading the wrists. The big word for that is called radial deviation. And if you think I made that word up, Google it, and you'll see it'll say wrist pronation. And it's this. Everybody take if you're a right-handed batter, take your left hand and hold it out like this. If you're a left-handed batter, take your right hand and hold it out like that. And I want you to just bring your wrist back bring your thumb back towards your wrist. Bring your thumb back by moving your wrist. Right, that's called wrist pronation. That is necessary to do in order to generate whip. It's the loading of the wrist so that we can unload the wrist. If you never load the wrist up, you can't unload it. And if you can't unload it, where would power come from? You can take all the steroids you want. You can lift all the weight you want. If you don't have radial deviation, that ball will not jump off your bat. Coach Ja from the University of Virginia just talked about pushing, right? If you notice, when he pushed, he was here, so his wrist was loaded, and then he was able to push with the unloading of that wrist. That's where he got that, that's how he created that power. When he showed it, right? You guys remember that, right? That's necessary. So we want to put our players in a position to really generate true power.